Please, more please. Come on, this is what we're not going to Yes, I know, Yes, fine, go, mommy. So I'm going to be playing the video. Mommy, Bukky, yes. Please, as you enter, please power tap, please. Tap this screen, I'm going to play the video. Please, please. We analyze, we analyze. Am I communicating? Yes. Introducing new John West Pedal app. Oh, she must stop a little. Check your name. TikTok. I just reduce the volume. So much better, ma'am. Okay, yeah. What's better? Now, to start with, I can see many things bags, many dead. I won't follow Instagram. I want to them I super tech, don't mind I want to follow Instagram. I want to you when it's not for social media. No, see the life experience. Am I communicating? Yes, so they don't come online because they're jobless. They sleep on social media, especially Instagram, for marketing time. So they don't understand life. So I'm not going to blame them. Yeah? So whenever you want to judge, don't watch Instagram and judge. Go around TikTok, Facebook, and everything. Am I communicating? Yes, ma'am. So that is that. I can see many people commenting that, oh, she's crying. Let me tell you how manipulative this girl can be. When Mohbad died, 3 months after Mohbad died, she started putting a wig. She started making up. She went to make her nails. 6 months when Mohbad died, she said she's celebrating that boy's birthday. Papa Lolo's birthday. Am I communicating? But because she knew that she's coming to the social media, she's coming on a live podcast, and this video is going to go global. She dressed like, oh, I be a deeper life. She's speaking out as loud. She's speaking out as loud. As Wumi for once, has she been quiet at all? Even when she's not talking, she goes on TikTok. Our bloggers on TikTok, she goes there every day to talk. If you've forgotten how to play her voice, she has always been speaking. She's just using her bloggers as instruments to distract justice. You said she's speaking out loud. Somebody that her husband died, the first thing she thought of is to put fake updates without missing words, without making a mistake, calling over a nigger. And this thing now, this thing has come to me. She now came also on national TV and said, my husband, are you for real? Since who? Who joined both of you together? Who are the pastors? Who are the imams that? I know you are, I will have money in London, no? I will have money in London. So let me just bust your open now. Wumi went to that studio, true studio, to act. And that was the script she was given. So please, don't buy all that tears. I know a family in Ghana. The husband died. She cried. She wanted to kill herself that day. When the investigation went around, they found out that the woman was the person behind the husband's murder. So when you are now using tears to judge, that means only hit it down. Am I communicating? Somebody that is always dressing. I mean, where did you think I got that statement? It's for my enjoyment. She will put video like this. I think forgotten she was driving in the gym, and her nails was long like this. Her ribbon was like this. She knew if she dressed to that place, to this interview like that, people will start saying, look at her, she's moved on. No, nobody says she don't move on. You have moved on before Mohbad died. The day Mohbad come to you, you've moved on. Because if you don't move on, maybe you forget. Let me remind you. Transformer Lekki. Bobo, not to pay for Lekki. Can you tell us the meaning? Olórí Bukky Shomo Bukky biti cobra. Báwo ẹ ṣe rí ni? Mi tẹ̀lé pé wọ́n kì í tó yìí. Wọ́n ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ọmọ ẹ̀ cobra. Ẹ Bukky èjò cobra. Ó ti ní mi ní ìpínyà lọ́sọ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n èjò tó ń jẹ́ kọ́ bá kí aka tó máa lọ. Ó ṣe sọ́run rẹ̀. Ó dàbí ìtẹ̀jọ́ la. Ẹ lọ gbogbo yín. Ẹ lọ gba views tẹ̀ ṣe padà. Ẹ lọ sórí Truth àti TBC. Ẹ lọ mú views yẹn. Ẹ wá padà lọ fi spiritual eyes wò. Ó ṣe ń jọ ìwọ̀n ló ṣe ń jọ èèyàn ìyẹn àṣàlà. Ẹ lọ fi ojú spiritual. Ẹ má fojú lásán wò. Ẹ padà lọ sílé kẹ lọ ṣíṣe. Ẹ fojú spiritual wọ ọmọ olórí Bukky. Ó ṣe ń jọ ìwọ̀n ló ṣe ń jọ cobra. Ló ṣe ń jọ àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. Ló ṣe ń jọ ọ̀bọ. That is not the bone of contention. Ó wá wọ aṣọ SU. Ó yá bàtà ìyá Mohbad. Ó wá lọ olóhùn lọ ṣe interview. Ẹ wá ní àkọ́ owó ṣe rí. Ibẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe rí ni. Ẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀rọ bọ́ọ̀sì gbogbo owó Mohbad ló ti fi jòkó fẹ́ tán. Ṣègbè bíbá náà láti gbọ́ tẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ sọ omi alẹ́. Ó ní gbogbo credit card Mohbad Chinese lòun àti ìyá Túndé máa fi wọ́n dà. Ó ní gbogbo Chinese àwọn òwúwẹ́ rí. Ọmọ òwúwẹ́ rí ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀ tí Mohbad yẹ kú láì fún ẹ̀. Ọmọ òwúwẹ́ rí. Àbẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ rí gbogbo Mohbad ló ti fi jòkó fẹ́ tán. Ẹ̀kẹ́ wá ṣe pọ̀. Ó fi gbogbo wọn jòkó fẹ́ tán. Ọmọkọ́mọ. So that is that. Ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé kọ́ wa aṣọ tó wọ̀ she's speaking out at class. Ashana has always been speaking out. You shall not be speaking out. Òun ni mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ in the history of Nigeria. Your partner died. The next thing you think you want to do is to go to this lover. This lover that is kò tún ní ayé ṣe rí. Ó máa ń tún ní ayé ká ni. You didn't go to Truth, this Truth. You didn't go to TBC. You now thought of where do I want to go. You went to this lover to announce the death of Mohbad and you said they've killed him. Take your trophy. I will play everything and I will analyze. Take a joke. It's a joke. Let's start. She's like, my husband is still alive because he's in Yaba mode. He has not been buried. He's been in pieces twice. He's trying to take autopsy. The government autopsy and the private autopsy my father-in-law did. I made it know that I am waiting for the DNA. They said once the DNA is done, I shouldn't tell the public the result of it. This girl is a pathological liar. As I'm playing this video, okay, one can joke. Okay. This lady is a pathological liar. As I'm playing this video, I will be analyzing. You all can hear her when she said, they said if we have the DNA done, my father-in-law said, who is your father-in-law? Baba never accepted you as a wife. Baba accepted you as a knife. She said that I quote, she stated that they gave her an instruction that if the DNA comes out, she should not say it out. I beg to this, please don't believe what she said. I don't want to be calling Baba and disrespecting him, but I am telling you for free. When it was time for the DNA, am I communicating? 1 minute. I don't want to call Baba, but I want to call somebody close to Baba. Please. Excuse me, become professor. If I see DNA ever got it, if all of you remember, I said it here. Somebody said, Jason Lego Shikari go. Sherry, can you all remember? They told Baba that was why the DNA would have been done by Olori Bukky lawyer that has no chamber, lawyer that has no immigration status in UK. And he called himself a lawyer. He said a main lawyer. Council tax lawyer. Yeah? When they started, let me now tell you what happened. Lawyer in Yoshogo, he did not even call Baba. He has planned with Ashana's lawyer. He just called Baba that, Baba, we are having the DNA done on this so date. And this is the If Baba had hair, so had hair, you have with an identity spell ADHERE. So you to correct it. If Baba had concord, if Baba had accepted the do's and don'ts behind the DNA would have been done. Not knowing they even plan to, they have planned with an Osho to do the DNA. That was why Ashana was happy. So now she's lying. They gave Baba that instruction. That was why Baba refused. This guy is a pathological liar, and I'll be bringing a lot of things out this afternoon. Baba did not give them any instructions. Baba did not know that they are even having DNA. And he also had planned with Ashana's lawyer. They just call Baba, I know she DNA, not that they're not stealing DNA. Don't talk. Ashana's lawyer said we should not say it out. Baba said, are you mad me? Baba was like, so for me, I wanted the DNA, so they had to follow my instruction and not the other way around. Am I communicating? Show some love. You can show some love with your stars on Facebook. You can show some love, your love with your gift on TikTok. I know who say she's begging. I'm not begging. Even Daddy Freeze, all your celebrities they beg. So if I'm doing all this and you want to support me, show some love with your gift. Show some love with supporting me with stars. Listen, or else I stop here now. We finish. Daddy Freeze beg. All your celebrities beg. And I'm not begging. I do a lot. I put it my all in Lord. You know I don't feed on social media. I can decide to offer all these stats now. Okay. TikTok, you are doing well. God bless all the givers. You will not be found wanting. In Jesus' name. Let's continue. YouTube, you are not excluded though. You can gas for my PayPal. Instagram. I tell you, begi lo pọ̀ jù náà yìí lọ. Bó ṣe àwọn tó ń follow èmi o. Ẹ̀yin tó àwọn tó ń ṣàánú lẹ̀ bó ṣe àwọn followers mi o. Àwọn tí ó ṣe followers mi mo sọ. Ṣé àwọn máa fún ẹ̀yin ìdí tàbá gbàgbé la máa fi ṣètò ìyá àlùfẹ́ ẹ̀yin Instagram. Am I communicating? Ibo mo sọ dé. So what's this girl? Ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré pé mo ń bọ̀. Mo fẹ́ kí ọkọ bá mi sáré dá sí mi. Please hold on. Yeah? Hello, Umpayo. Did I wake you up? Or you are still beside your baby? Baby? Anyway, I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm on live chat. I just want to correct something. I don't want to be calling Baba. I don't want to call Baba to be correcting it. Yeah? Please. Because I know you were aware of what happened. Anyway, quick one on fire. I might not be calling you again, but this one is very important. One of Ashana's interview yesterday, she stated that I quote. Are you listening, sir? Ashana stated, and I quote, she said she was ready for interview, for DNA. And when she was ready, Mohbad told her with his lawyer that if the results come out, she should not say it out. And I am out here telling people it was the other way around. Please, can you put more light into this? You don't have to talk much. Please, because everybody's watching me. The world is watching me.
To be sincere, where you get that notion, it should be the one to prove it because there's nothing like that anyway. So that is what I can say. There's nothing like why would you want not know what's the result of the DNA? Is it not everybody that is necessary? So at the appropriate times, you will get this reply.
Yes,
what I can say.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm not being sir. Sorry, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Can you all hear that? Because I don't want you to think, oh, BJ is lying. BJ is covering up. Can Can you all hear that? I knew about the DNA. It was the other way around. So that is lie number one. Lie Mohammed. Yeah, let's continue. So I'll be playing the video.
I really don't want to get over now. It's still feels like husband is still alive because he's a young man, he has not been married. And he's been pieces twice. You know, they're trying to take to autopsy. The government autopsy and the private autopsy, my father did. I make it known that I am ready for the DNA. They said once the DNA is done, I shouldn't tell the public the result of the DNA. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me a cheating wife.
Excuse me. He said Baba Mohbad called her a promiscuous wife, a cheating wife. Baba did not call you that. Unfortunately, I cannot be playing Mohbad songs here. Mohbad said it in all his videos. And let me tell you, anybody that is dating musicians, you can ask them. You never see a musician singing out of context. Musicians always sing from their pain, from their experience, from what is happening around them. Every of Mohbad's song was what is happening to him. Every of Mohbad's song was what had happened to him. Every of Mohbad's song was his life experience. Am I communicating? So if this nitwit comes on social media now to tell us that Baba Mohbad had called her a promiscuous lady, a cheating wife, where is the lie? Where is the lie? Because Mohbad sang it when Mohbad, even when Mohbad was, you and Mohbad were sitting in the bedroom and you held the boy. Mohbad asked you. The boy did not look like me. I don't know where you got the boy from. Was shoot, were you blind? Were you blind? Were you blind? You didn't know what was happening to Justice for Mohbad. Let's continue. So, let me clear that. Baba Mohbad did not say that. Baba Mohbad did not call you a promiscuous wife. Baba Mohbad loved you. The way the love he had for Mohbad, he passed it to you. Because the son brought you home. If Baba Mohbad called you a promiscuous wife, why was he in Sultana and he was taking you around at 18 years old? You told Baba you were looking for a child. Baba was taking you around. If Baba knew that you were a promiscuous lady, will he be taking you around? All your interview was about Baba Mohbad. You wanted to discredit that man. You wanted to throw that man under the bus. But you forgot it. If Baba Mohbad knew that you were a promiscuous and a cheating wife, will he be running around for you to be pregnant? No, make it make sense. Because many people that listen to you, they listen to attack. They don't listen. They don't listen to think deep. Let's continue.
Life. It was even the one that initiated our marriage and was present in conflict. It was the happiest. He has tried to.
Did you hear what she said? She said Baba Mohbad was the one that initiated that marriage. I'm going to be bringing your memory back to when we had the first interview with Baba on this line. Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, when Mohbad said he had a partner, Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, they told me we want to have an introduction. Mommy Mwe, introduction in Nigeria is not a big introduction. You know, 2 families, 3 families, they will sit together. Am I communicating? Oh, no, you family. Ìjókòó yìí ò pé. Wọ́n máa ń jẹun kú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ aṣáájú. Pẹ̀sẹ̀ ti dàpọ̀ ó ti fọ́pọ̀ mọ́nà. Àtijọ́ ìtí mo jáde ní tí mo tún jáde. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ jẹ́ pátá. Ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀lé pa. Ó pẹ̀sẹ̀ tí wá sùn. Do you understand? She told Jude that Baba Mohbad initiated that marriage. Ashana, I know you are half-baked. When you were supposed to go to school, you were at corner shop motel in Ikorodu, and you are having your way there. So I'm not going to blame you. But let me bust your bubble now. That was not a wedding. That was not a wedding. And you heard, all of you heard when Baba said it. You know, the first interview I had with Baba on this my chat, Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, they called me to introduce Ashana's family to me. Baba went there. Just Baba went there. Can you remember? And Baba said when I got there, they turned it to engagement. That was Ashana's plan. Baba said we should go and look at the camp. Mohbad, pepperless, she knew about the plan. Baba was the only newbie in the plan. Baba said when I got there, they changed the cap I was putting on. Baba said if you can see my cap is my ear that holds the cap up. They sold Pilatosho Baba, no, you know, Baba. It was an introduction. Mommy, not an engagement. Ashana, you are telling Jude now that if Baba initiated the wedding, we need your evidence. Baba had come out a lot of time that he said it was an introduction, it was not a wedding and an engagement. But when he got there, you have sold Agbada for Baba. That was why Baba's cap was almost covering his eyes because you didn't measure him. And let me tell you, I'm always saying this to you, everybody that's watching. You cannot blame Baba because Mohbad is the one feeding his parents. Oh, Mama, for one land for money. It happens to many people in Nigeria. Immediately your children are feeding you. You don't have much say. It only takes the grace of God. I am telling you that for free today. And number two, Baba wanted the best for the son. So Baba couldn't say no. They were begging Baba. Baba said, I came for introduction. If you had told me it is an engagement, I would have come with my family. But Baba said, I didn't even go with my family because they manipulated it. It was an engagement. It was an introduction. Even Baba said, Baba went into the car and he was crying because he was not happy. He didn't want an engagement. He just wants introduction because Ashana had gone to bring a pregnant that is not for woman. So they said, let's introduce family. So why is she now saying Baba initiated that wedding? There was nothing like wedding. Ashana, there's introduction, there's engagement, and there's wedding. You are feeling like what? Bukky feeling funky. You are feeling like what? You are worthless, Ashana. You are worthless. You are worthless. Let's continue.
To take my right away from me as a woman because I could not even.
Did you hear that? I didn't want me to replay. They want to take my right away from me as a woman. What right have you got? You want to think of Ojeo? Let's extend. Right, you will not allow me. You know, I shall share your way, you know. Feeling funky. They want to take my right away from me as a woman. Do you have any right? Going to two years, your partner died. Your partner that took you from the gutter to be somebody. Your partner that took you from grass to grace, he died. You couldn't up to today tell us what ended his life. You are all time jubilating, celebrating, Babaila and dates. I want you today. Now you come online to manipulate the world, saying, yo, no. Just wait. Yeah. Are we on the same page? Can you hear her? They want to take my rights from me as a woman. Somebody that wants to claim a right. It will be somebody that can feed herself. It will be somebody that can say yes. When I got into this boy's life, this was what I contributed. You contributed nothing. All what you are hearing is, I'm a rapper. One video we have not seen you rap, but God, probably you are rapping coding for him. You are rapping balloon for him. You never contributed to his life. Instead, you brought Oshi, Adanu, Iku, Ipapayiki, Wala Idamu. That was what you brought to his life. So what right have you got? When a woman is worthless in a man's life, you have no right. You have no say. You have nothing to bring to the table. You are worthless. All what you have to bring is your bulani. You went to turn everything around and give him a forgive. Let's continue. Want to take my life from me as a woman. With all this, your pimples. Look at her cobra neck. Let's continue.
Mostly, like, I had to stop breastfeeding my baby. My father-in-law wanted to be in control of my husband's properties.
Listen, this is where I have a problem with this girl. She said, my father-in-law wants to be in control of my son's, of Mohbad's property. Do you know the reason for Mohbad's death? That child and Mohbad's property. That is the reason they ended his life. I am telling you for free today, but the end will justify the means. The autopsy, the DNA, the toxicology will define everything. I'm not going to say much about that. Yeah. Now, she said, Baba Mohbad wants to take control of Mohbad's property. According to the rule of law, in section 1200, you are not legally married to Mohbad, Ashana. And I'm standing here to quote it for you today. And let's now assume that you are married to him. I said something a few minutes ago. If you had contributed, if you had brought something to the table when Mohbad met you, Baba would have respected you. Baba knew when you were dating Mohbad, you were just there from morning till night. You will not brush your teeth. You will sleep there in the night, 1 o'clock in the night. That's when you go out to sell your body. If you had brought something to that family, Baba would have respected you. But this lady brought something. I'm gonna give you an example. When Mommy Simi Abiola was dating Abiola was nobody. But Mommy Simi brought something to the table. When Abiola died, nobody can question Aunty Simbi, Mommy Simbi. Even with many wives, they couldn't say they wanted the man's property. Because, one, whenever Abiola had his children, they always have a DNA to accept or not to accept. Secondly, nobody could look at Aunty Simbi Abiola and say, oh, we want to touch the property. Do you know why? Because they knew Simbi had made Abiola. But in your own case, Ashana, you had nothing. When Mohbad met you, you took his glory out of him. You took his responsibilities. You took the man in him out of him. You make his life miserable. You fight from Sunday till Monday. You denied him of everything. When we talk about abuse, every 7 minutes of abuse, that is what you put on Mohbad. You abuse him physically, you abuse him financially, you abuse him mentally, emotionally, you abuse him sexually, you abuse him constitutionally, you abused him by neglecting. You neglected him. When he needed you, you were not there. You are always on the streets, jumping from bed to bed. I'm not familiar with your flow.
Òyìnbó ẹṣẹ́ òyìnbó. Mami. That's so, Mami. The show promoter. Our mother. Yes, so you go school now. Mommy Bukky Jesse.
Never say never.
Yes, so you say you will not speak Yoruba
this year.
Are we on the same page?
Even if the whole world do not feel you, but I'm still that we see. You don't feel that I'm not feeling my husband. That's really nothing to ignore. It's nice.
Did you hear what she said? She said, even if the whole world does not believe him, she knew that Naira Marley maltreated her husband, accepted. Ashana, I have always speak with evidence. When Mohbad died, you said that I quote, they've taken him away. Take your trophy. You and your godmother, Secretary, you came out and said Naira Marley. I'm not disputing it. Yeah? But where I had a concern, in all the videos, I didn't see Naira Marley. I know some people said, at least, Naira Marley's errand boy was Sam Larry. Am I communicating? But I don't judge like that. When they had an interview with Naira Marley said, and I quote, Naira Marley said, though I was the one that brought him into the music industry, but unfortunately, Mohbad was closer to Sam Larry more than me. And do you remember when we accused Sam Larry of Mohbad's death? Sam Larry said, Mohbad knew I loved him. Even his wife. But one day, they are fighting in the neighbor's house. How is it my concern? One day, they get coming. Why will Sam Larry make Ashana his witness of how much he loved Mohbad? I am not disputing it. And unless, let's be sincere with ourselves. Gbogbo àwọn celebrity yẹn ló lè. Ẹtí lè bá wọn bá ní bàláwò. Ṣé ní mo pé Mohbad maltreated him? Sorry. Naira Marley maltreated him. It happens with all these musicians, all these celebrities. Even this Secretary, they told us when her secret came out then, they told us how she maltreated the PA. All of them do the same thing. It's just because they are not out there. Am I communicating? So now that I say they bullied him, they do it. They can't just not come out. I am telling you, can ask all of them. All of them do it. Now, that is not the point of contention now. We are talking about what by Mohbad. You are talking about maltreatment. Make it make sense. Even your partner's mother and father confirmed it. Spending confirmed it. Oprah confirmed it. Macy confirmed it. They said your relationship with Mohbad was toxic. Whenever there is a little fight, you get a bottle. Bam! You want to stop. You are the husband, Mohbad is the wife. So tell me, don't bring maltreatment with, right? It is two different things. The video we saw out there, it was somebody we saw. No, where did you put your ears? When somebody said, what's it facing? Station settled. I'm putting it to you today. When we get to court, we prove it to you. Immediately you find Mohbad, you call somebody. Somebody was the first person you called. You were panicking and you called him. He was the master planner of all that happened. Reason Samlari said, what's it facing? All stations settled. I thank God that we are going to court. Let's continue.
Without going into all of the things that happened, yeah, how are you? You just asked a very huge question. Yeah. I would say I'm fine because, my sadness is not going to change anything. So, regardless of...
We always take dirty clothes as important clothes in Nigeria. If not for the death of Mohbad, tó bá bọ́ ọmọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ pé kó má gbé ìgbékúgbé wálé tó bá ní mommy daddy that is the way I want it ìwọ abiyamọ tó ń wò mí lẹ́yìn bọ́ sí wòwò pẹ̀ níbi bọ́lá ń ṣe dá ẹ bá Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ẹ̀ tó bá rí pé ibi tó ń lọ yìí ikú ni ibi tó ń lọ yìí òun ló máa jẹ ọkọ ẹjọ́ mo sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn mo ti sọ fún yín. Fèyí kọ́gbọ́n ni justice for Mohbad jẹ́ pọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Àtẹ̀yìn òbí tó wọ́n fún lóúnjẹ. Ó fẹ́ dàkẹ́ ní kó máa gbé owó ẹ̀ lọ. Dàkẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ kó má gbọ́. Èyí tẹ̀ wá Nàìjíríà ni mo bá ti lè. Just because Mohbad was feeding her father, mi ìdẹ̀ mú oúnjẹ tó ń fún náà. Bàbá Mohbad gan look well. Ìgbà tí Mohbad kò sí láyé gan, ju ìgbà tó wà láyé lọ. Ọ̀rẹ́ ti ní mẹ́ta. Tí ọkọ àtìyàwó bá wẹ̀dì tínú ilé ta, tí àwọn òbí, àwọn in-law, both in-laws are looking well. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kudos ìyàwó. Ẹ wo bí bàbá Mohbad ṣe rí. Mohbad dàbí bàbá 75 when Mohbad died. Mohbad couldn't help any of his family. And Mohbad dora ṣe rí. And bí ìyá Mohbad ṣe rí. Mohbad couldn't help his family. All Mohbad worked for, all his ipomajéèyàn láyé, he did it all for the sake of Ashana and his family and her family. We heard it. This is not lies. Mohbad has no account. Mohbad has no account. Mohbad had no account at 26 years old. Ọmọ is 0 years old. Láyé tá wà ń sìn, ó ti ní account. Ọmọ 26 on account. And this nitwit, pẹ̀lú òbò ẹ̀ tó ń wò òbò tó ti jẹ́ra òbò ṣeré yẹn, ó jókòó ó ń làbò mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Chude ó ń parọ́. My sadness cannot change anything. You can imagine. Were you for one day sad? When Mohbad died, the day he died, 11th of September 2023, you put 8 updates. Bam, 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 bam. Shorty type Leslie. And you are here saying my sadness. You were sad. But every month you are making a cake for that boy. Just because you want us to believe the narrative that you were cooking fried rice when the nurse was giving Mohbad an injection. Your sadness will not bring anything. The 1 year birthday you did for that boy, was it necessary? It will be necessary to you because Mohbad the Kolo Lomo and the father of the boy wanted the birthday to be done. End of. End of. And you are here saying my sadness will not change anything. Ashana, make it make sense. Are we on the same page?
Whatever I feel, at least I'm still here, still alive. Yeah, so I would say I'm fine.
So in this one, when I talk about sadness,
And
again, there's a lot that's happened.
Check below the book should. Why are you also about sadness? Kí ló ka sadness pẹ̀lú pé Mohbad check bó wẹ̀lẹ̀ should. Tó mú filter tó fi ṣe ojú. Ojú ẹ̀ dàbí ìdí. Check bọ́. Tí should do tó fẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó palàpalàpà. He leave ẹgbẹ́ and he stabbing làpálàpà ring worm. Wọ́n ní ká wá sọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn tó kú. Ó ṣe. What is sadness to you?
Yeah, a lot.
First, obviously, I know that the loss of your husband has been the biggest of all of this.
Yeah.
And what is the saddest thing for you in all the things that have happened after? For a grieving widow who has less than a 5-month-old baby, yes, at the time of the passing.
Yeah.
What has been the saddest thing that happened since this?
I feel like the saddest thing I've experienced so far is the fact that the person that's supposed to be in God for my late husband, this person that's supposed to be my son and highest protector, is our chief prosecutor, and he's been everywhere trying to, recruit people.
Can you listen to this thing, Bats? Should Judy, he stated, and I quote, he said, what is the saddest thing you've had in this Mohbad spine? She said the person that's supposed to be their protector happens to be their chief prosecutor, which is Baba Mohbad. Am I communicating? Now, when Mohbad died, they asked this lady a question. She said, and I quote, they said, why didn't you call your father-in-law when Mohbad died? You said you don't talk to him. So why are you expecting him to be your protector? Are we on the same page? This is wisdom. I am not an illiterate. I am not a dingbat. I read. God has given me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Am I communicating? Can you pick a sense there? You said Baba's supposed to be your protector, your guarantor, your satisfactioner. But unfortunately, when they asked you, we are going to get into that question. They said, why didn't you call Baba Mohbad when Mohbad died? You said, and I quote, I'm not in good terms with him. I don't talk to him. A good wife will say it on public place that I don't talk to him, even if you don't talk. Two things make people talk in this world: the birth of a baby and the death of a person. Are we on the same page? Click yes. Kò sí bá ṣe lè bá jà láyé nǹkan méjì ló máa ń parí ìjà tí ọba bímọ àti tó kú bá kú. Now, even if you and Baba Mohbad, you have not been talking. The love of your life, as you claim, now died. Oh dear. And you, this girl, you are a pathological liar. Because when Mohbad died, the day of the burial, Baba was sitting in the corner. Baba Mohbad was sitting in the corner. Aûtøpsy, I'm coming. My dear Aûtøpsy, thank you for the Royal Award. Can you understand? She said she's not in good terms with Baba because Mohbad's death was pre-planned. They planned what they were going to say. Yeah? Don't forget that when Mohbad died, Baba was sitting in the corner. I can remember that Ankara. If they close my eyes, I remember that Ankara when Mohbad died. Baba was wearing that Ankara like a farmer, a kitty farmer. Ankara enough the more like a buy. Oh, telling the fitted that kind of thing of more. We don't back up, but not the money for you. Baba, why the Baba, the Baba, you, Mama, so tall. Baba, Ankara, right? The cattle color mixed with wine. Cattle color mixed with wine. Shall I see? You can talk about one. You're calling it a gushy. Try, mommy. Shall I see? Baba, sitting in the corner. You want fufu. Black turned to white. When she saw TDA, when she saw it, the Aunty. Baba was sitting in the corner. As I got there, Baba prayed for her. This is a man that you claim that you don't talk to. Make it make sense, Ashala. You will bring it out. But many of us that were going to analyze it, they are not dumb like you. Let's continue.
People to get on a high, both online and offline, like he's been from one trade to another.
This is Mohbad's father.
Yeah, my father.
Nobody is threatening you. Who is threatening you? It's Mohbad's spirit that is following you. Nobody. We need evidence. The same way the father was saying, they are sending their threats. I said, no, I want Nigeria, you know. They are sending me. We need evidence. You want my evidence to that? And we're going to let them build our own threatening the ship. Threatening the Bible. You are precious to us now, Ashana, because we still need to know what happens to Mohbad. That's why we're going to share Mohbad. When they lost anyway, we careless. But right now, you are the most precious. Because you need to tell us what happened on that fateful day, on that sad day. Bad day, the devil drink water. That day, the devil drink water.
Yeah, so it's been from one trade to another. We no longer feel safe. Like, I usually get dead.
We no longer feel safe. You remember the last Corona Inquest? This girl works with, give or take, 4 army in a civilized world, in a country that works. The person that was with Mohbad 72 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours before Mohbad demise. Even when Mohbad left the sad world, she was there. Up to today, she's working with armies. Am I communicating? And this girl carry a yash like my palm. Also, with threats, we can't walk around. Have you forgotten you went to Afokuba Ibata's house? Afokuba Ibata, she lives in Igodo. When you are looking for where all this Omota is, after Mushi and Oshodi, is Igodo. Many jobless people live in Igodo. Many homeless people live in Igodo. Many thieves. Many beggy, many of Afokuba Ibata, they live in Igodo. You now went to that Igodo. You took your child. You don't know that you are not saved. I shall not make it make sense. I shall not
They trade almost every day, my dear. Every single night.
We need evidence, please. Ashana, I want to see evidence. You cannot just come online. You know, social media of nowadays. If anybody come out to tell you anything, tell them we need evidence. You said you have a death threat in your inbox. Please, can you give it to us? Even me as a person, I will come big for that person. I will give you that support. Because your death will not mean anything to us right now. Your death will not mean anything to us right now. So we want to see the evidence of that death threat. You lie with passion. You lie with your full chest. You lie without missing one. You are a psychopath. Ashana, you are a psychopath. You have a mental illness. You are people that lie. You lie and think you are telling the truth. Even if you get to the court tomorrow, you will still lie. Something that is evidence to the world. You will still lie about it. You are a psychopath. Just say, you know, this is my line of job. You are a psychopath. Let's continue.
My baby, my grandchild also, you know, is being deprived of so many childhood memories, but it's not to do that.
Childhood memory. Almost remember. What's childhood memory? Please, if I'm not missing words tonight, people that here can testify. Almost remember. A 6-month-old baby has no memory. A 1-year-old baby has no memory. God forbid. That's why we're always praying for these children. I'll give you an example. My very close friend, she traveled to America. She left her 4-year-old child with her sister. She went to America for 3 months to do some things there. Yeah? Let me bust your bubble. Do you know that immediately my friend left the country to America? A 4-year-old child. My friend got back in January. You know my friend's sister, she was the one looking after my friend's daughter. Yeah? You won't believe one thing. Let me bust your bubble. When my friend got back to Nigeria, she said the lady was looking at her like this. Her child. Aunty baby. Go on. She didn't even recognize the mom again. Because the sister was the woman she was seeing at 4 years old. There's no memory. Because when you get it, now Ashaya is telling us that almost 6 months. Papa Lolo is just 1 year last year. 6 months old baby. She said, but they did not let Papa Lolo have child memory. What memory? Ashaya, make it make sense. I can be very sure Papa Lolo cannot recognize Mohbad again. Because she has been seeing different daddy. Tata. Ó ṣe ní sàlọ́ọ̀nì lórí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣúdà. Wọ́n lè ní tọ́kù ìyàwó ní tọ́kù kó bọ̀ ní. Tábìlì lè ṣe tí ó kẹ̀. Which memory olórí ikú? We are not just like your people that are supporting you. 6 months. They deprive him of childhood memory. Ashana, can you make it make sense? Can you expatiate that? Can you elaborate it? Oh God. Let's continue.
And I'm just to see how things goes. What's the problem?
With your father, I know exactly.
Everything you want.
Ṣé ẹni wẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣùdù? Ṣé ẹni ṣùdù ọlọ́dún ìdí? Wọ́n ní ọkú. This is an opportunity for you interviewers to put the right question out there to her. But look at them beating around the bush. Wọ́n lọ ẹ̀yà kìí sọ ẹ̀ lóyìnbó. Wọ́n lọ ẹ̀gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ oko. This is the opportunity to ask her the question the world wants to know. Look at this shoot. You know, this is where I was convinced that Truth was paid for this interview. You leave Ete, Ofetele, Opalapalapa, money Yoku, only what is the relationship between you and your father-in-law? Should Oshodubo Judy, Abanato, Lama, Okoba. I been there. Interview us on no. One day Yoku, believe it or not, Oku, believe it or not, only what is the relationship with your father-in-law? I don't want to back on any podcast like you don't really listen. I just come and go. I just go to me. Me ma go yin mo. O ya mo mi. O ko pa. Iwo pa. Toyin kina ti enje. Toyin Kolade. O pa won loku fún mi sin. Àti apete tó máa ń dé òun ló kù àwọn máa ṣe báyìí àbí ganu sí bàbá ganu sí kọ́ bí àwọn fún mi lọ́pàá ló wé pọ̀ Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́dọ̀.
Yeah, so I feel like the problem is just about family disputes. Okay. Yeah, the problem is more like a competition between him and Liam.
Between your father-in-law and yours.
Ọmọ tó bá ti jábàá ilé ẹ̀ náà láti extend á ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ sọ gbogbo ètò ìjẹ́ kó lọ́pọlọ wọ́n ti fi gbàgbá dignity in the ẹ̀ gbọ́. The competition is between him. The competition is between Papa and Papa Lulu. Let me tell you something for free today. You know I don't like. I bring it unscripted, unfiltered. I bring it raw. Let me tell you this today. I have been meeting people in my life. I don't know Baba Mohbad. And you all know me. If he messes up tomorrow, I will drag him. I might not drag him publicly, but I will stand to tell him the truth. And he respects me for that. Yeah? Now, I'm only talking to the sensible ones now. You said Baba Mohbad is competing with Papa Lulu. Yeah? If Baba Mohbad doesn't want Papa Lulu in Mohbad's life, remember you said it. We didn't know about it. You said it and I quote. You said, when I was looking for pregnancy, Baba took me to different Orioke to pray. Have you forgotten that if Baba doesn't want that child to come, if Baba wants to compete with that child because of property, Baba will not take you to Orioke? Am I making sense? Everybody something that makes sense. She said it. We don't know about it. So, if Baba knew that, Papa Lolo's birth will destroy things. Baba will not take you to be praying for pregnancy. And you said it. You said you were very close with Baba. So when will Baba now bring in the child? And he will be competing with you. Ashana, your lies are not aligning. It's not co-aligned. It's not corresponding. It's not coming together to make it a good lie. Ashana, you think with your anus. You don't think with your brain. You are brainless, you are senseless. You manipulate to the extent that when Mohbad died, the first thing you came out to tell us is they killed him. And you were there and know what happened. But you came out because of your manipulative ways. You came out to manipulate the world. This is what is happening now. Even if you are lying with your full chest, you will think you are saying the truth. Because you said Baba Mohbad is competing with your son. If Baba Mohbad wanted competition, he won't bring that boy. He will not let you have that boy. Because you said when I was looking for pregnancy, Baba took me to different okay. And then now what's the Baba again? If Baba don't want that boy, Even at the engagement, Baba will stand his feet as an Ekiti man and say, I'm not accepting this. But you just came for this interview to throw Baba under the bus, thinking Baba is going to be bullied like the first time you did when Mohbad died. Let me bust your bubble. No matter the lies, you will love that man more. Because he's the only one in that family that is seeking true justice. Every other seekers in that family, they are non-entities. They are lies. Sorry, let me quickly charge my phone. Sorry. Just hold on for me, please. I will try and finish this tonight, yeah? And the second one we'll play tomorrow. Yeah? So let's continue.
Yes, the competition. It sounds funny, but that's the actual truth to the extent. Yeah, because after the death of my husband, a lot happened, and my father-in-law wanted.
Is it in-law or in-law? Ashana, you can't even make a clear pronunciation. It is in-law. You are using I to call H. In-law. My father, in-law. Hey, Mohbad. Ojawa la ile to wa salo. Oh, why do you confess you are Mohbad? Èmi ò mọ̀ pé báyé ṣe máa rí mi o. Tẹ́mi bá mọ̀ Mohbad. Ìgbé ayé ni mo pè Mohbad o. Báyọ̀ wá fún wọn mú fún ẹ o. Àwọn ò fẹ́ lè yọ. Àwọn ò fẹ́ kọ́ ọ lọ. Àwọn ò fẹ́ o. Àwọn ò fẹ́ kọ́ ọ lọ. Mohbad. Ó ríyàn gidi gbé. Dáṣà ẹ̀gọ́. Ó fẹ́yìn. Ó gbóyìnbó. Àṣàlà. Ó yọ lọ́dọ̀ títí. Ó pè. In-law. Lọ́wọ́ òkè lọ́wọ́ ulẹ̀. In-law. H-I-N-L-A-W. In-law. Ṣé ìjọ wá lójú ni? Prime boy said and I quote. Ó ní Rita lórí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì làwọn ti pàdé ẹ̀. Àwọn lọ ra ṣàwámà Rita lórí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì. Ibẹ̀ làwọn ti pàdé ẹ̀ tó ń ta ṣàwámà. Ṣọmọ in-law. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì náà ta ṣàwámà níwájú hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì. Kí ló ń tà? Ṣàwámà kan ló ń tà. Bùnání ló ń tà. Àbẹ̀bọ̀. Ẹ lọ tẹ́tí kẹ́gbọ́n dáadáa. In-law. H-I-N-L-A-W.
To be in control of my husband's properties. The fact that there is
Kayo, I know we have lost count of how many times this girl is mentioning properties. I'm putting it to you now without missing words that the reason for Mohbad's spy was because of one, Papa Lulu, and two, properties. She can't hide it. Did you all listen to her? She has mentioned properties. The topic of this interview, properties. Property ló dárúkọ. Which is something this is the reason. She had no youthful life. All her powers. Why Mohbad? And take away the properties. I'm always saying it to you all. If Ashana and her courts, if they knew this is where justice for Mohbad is going to end, they wouldn't have done it. I'm telling you that for free. If Ashana and her courts, they knew this is how this is going to end, they wouldn't have done it. Let's continue. Let me sit down now. I've exhausted all my standing up. Let's sit down now.
Usually I'm in the picture because it was one time I actually called him to ask him, like, what happened? What do we do to deserve all of this? Like, why have you been out there?
Look at this miserable, wicked soul. Did you hear what she said? She said there was a time she called Baba Mohbad and asked him, what have I done to deserve this? This girl is a pathological liar. As I have always told you all, even all what she's saying, she believes she's saying the truth. Now, let me bust your bubble. when Mohbad died, if I don't know anything, Baba tried to reach out to Mama Mohbad. It all proved abortive. But then when you have Baba's cousin in America, I was online one day on the phone. He called Adua. Adua didn't pick. He called Mohbad. He called Mohbad. Because they didn't want... Look at this girl. She said she called Baba Mohbad one day to ask him, what have I done? Ashana, I am putting it to you now, which I've always said. Even the buy of Mohbad, if it was intentional,